The new Orks are here for November.
Spiking bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. Today we are taking a look at the brand new White Dwarf for November 2018. Lots of cool stuff in here. Nothing about Blackstone Fortress whatsoever. So as far as new stuff goes, kind of a letdown, to be quite honest. There's just, the Ork features and some of the Christmas bundles that we've already seen. As far as new releases go, it seems that White Dwarf is increasingly becoming less and less of the place to check that out, and more of, hey, here's some stuff and here's some features and hobby for the most part. So the big stories in here, of course, is, our Ork Battle Report. A huge feature on destruction for AOS, which I thought was pretty good. And if you're into AOS, I don't feel like it gets enough coverage from Games Workshop in general. So this is a great one for destruction, which also doesn't get a lot of love sometimes. And there's some more in here on ogres, Orks, and grot. So lots and lots of stuff. It doesn't matter what destruction force you play. There's going to be some dope things in here. Speed freaks, and then a battle report of just generic orks overall. There's Blanchitsu in here, which looked fantastic. And if you need some help with your ork color schemes and haven't hit up, YouTube or all the sites out there, such as Spiky Bits, for some dope tutorials on exactly how to paint your models, how to save time with things, then there's some paint schemes in here in the paint splatter section that will get you on track as well. So lots and lots of bonus features, and there's still a good reason to pick this thing up. It's just a little disappointing when we used to see all the new stuff in here ahead of time, and now it's kind of like, oh, there's that. Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh, okay, there's that. Oh, okay. And it just kind of goes on and so forth from there. So we know the Ork Codex is coming out. We know there's data cards. We know there's Mech Boy Workshop. We know all the buggies. We know Speed Freaks, but it's all in here still, and you can read more and more on it. Now the Warboss Trike does come out this week. It is $45, just like all the other buggies, which are right here, which aren't exclusive to the Speed Freak box itself. And then you get to talking about Commanders, which came out last month, which of course wasn't in last month's White Dwarf either. So now just kind of, more content on Commanders in general, which I think, overall I was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't too overpowered or anything bad like that. Then you've got some of the stuff that's coming out bundle-wise. New release-wise for Christmas, you've got the XL painting handle, which apparently this topper doesn't fit on the original small size one. And then, of course, you got small size one with the little grasper claws right there, the claw on there as well. And all of those coming out this month. And then there's the water pot, which apparently has some grooves in the bottom, some grooves on the side to help you kind of make a fine point, but also to get that paint off your bristles and things. In the back, there is a gift guide with all those other bundles on it that you can actually pull out, fill out, hand to your parents, hand to your grandparents, whatever, to try to get, not socks this year. Although, I will let y'all know, when you get older, you will want socks. Trust me. You'll be like, I'll just buy my own toys. Just buy me socks. A fresh supply of socks definitely will brighten anyone's day, trust me. Then we got a new Forge World, of course, the big Necron baddie, licensed games. It looks like there's some DLC coming for Total War Warhammer 2, Warhammer Quest 2. I don't know anything about. Oh, that was that one that plays where you walk through on the little squares. I had heard of that. I heard it was pretty good. Realm of Sigmar, or Age of Sigmar Realm War supposedly is really good, but it's a reskin and they play in lanes, but you can't kind of move around. It's like one of the Star Wars games. I forget which. I remember seeing both. Somebody here at Spiky Bits plays it and loves it. So take that for what it's worth. Realm Slayer, Gotrek is back, being spit out through the eye and now into the mortal realms. Who knows what's going to happen there, of course. Felix is nowhere to be seen. He may not have made it. He may not have made it. Temporal Distort, going over a bunch of things. Necromunda feature. Let's see. Let's get to the good stuff. Features on all of the new Speed Freak stuff, which is looking good. Talking about actually playing the game. Then there's, besides the Speed Freak, there's where is it? Battle report here against Tau. So here's the Tau battle report. Boom, there's all that. So very striking, very good looking. I mean, or yellow is always a great color to see. What else do we got in here? That's actually pretty long. And then you've got all of the release items. Then it gets into the ultimate guide to destruction right there. And then you can, of course, Very, hey look, there's orcs in Age of Sigmar too. How about that? Troggoths, all sorts of things. The Gargants, they're not just giants anymore, folks. Hit a Citadel Hall of Fame, inducting a bunch more sculpts, and then we jump to... Oh, there's a feature, there's a little army feature in here I want to show you too that looked pretty good. This little portal. Zinch and some just Grand Alliance Chaos, it looks like. Blanchitsu looks dope. They shipped a table over from like California, and it's a mix and match menagerie of old Necromunda tiles, new Necromunda tiles, the thermic plasma conduits, Munitorium containers inside and out, all sorts of cool stuff on this, and then some of the Forge World pieces and objectives, treads, all sorts of stuff in here. The table looks dope. You don't get a really good look at it per se, but overall it's from what you do see, it looks very, very good and very striking. Then let's get to the orc stuff. Orc painting stuff. Here we go. Boom. So here is how to paint the Dragsta in all those orky colors, even how to do little what is that, flames? I guess we'll call them flames for sure. Then it gets into each clan, which is really nice because you got Goth, Snakebite, Blood Axe, and so on and so forth all through there, and they give you the specifics and the rundown on how to paint them, which is super nice. Then it gets to some conversion corner stuff, and they talk about rivets, and they talk about different people's little conversions here. You got the stretch truck. You've got the looted stuff that we saw already, and there's a little bit more on that, talking about some specific things. A looted wagon, a Lehman Russ or Predator sized battle tank, a battle fortress, a Baneblade sized tank, and a looted cart, basically a transport vehicle, and then some more customs over here, which some make sense, some don't, unless you're a god, I suppose. And then it gets into exclusives and the reader models in the back, and then there's a little pull-out gift guide section, which you can, like I said, pull out and give to your parents, and just mark off or tick off what exactly you might need. And here's the derelict factorium that we hadn't seen yet. We still don't know the exact components or makeup of it, but I believe these were $210. Notice how they don't list the prices right there. Water pot is $8. The normal handle was $8. Got all sorts of paint boxes and things, and then the larger games. Kill Team is back in stock. If you missed out over the summer, you can't actually pick it up right now. It is in stock at the stores, and some more terrain, and that's it. So there it is. Boom. November. Done. In the can once again. So overall, I think it's a great issue. If you play Orks, it's kind of a must-have. If you don't play Orks, there's decent content in here, but unless you're really into Age of Sigmar or Blanchitsu, maybe not worth your $9 this month around. I think especially not when they're already previewing the brand new Blackstone Fortress with all those dope figures, and you don't see any of them in here. It's just like, at this point, if you're not into the content that's in the actual magazine, I don't know if there's a really good reason to pick it up besides that you picked it up for so many years, or that there's extra content in here as far as the game you play, or perhaps something new release wise that you want to learn how to paint. But other than that, I feel like White Dwarf is increasingly becoming more and more redundant as Games Workshop holds back the new releases to preview themselves on their site. So I'm not trying to naysay, but I'm just trying to give the facts. I love White Dwarf, been buying it for a number of years. Really hate to see it to go the way of the dodo, and there's a lot of incredible people there, a very talented and creative staff that, you know, crank this thing out every month. I can't imagine knowing what I know about web publishing. I can't imagine it's easy, and there they are right there. So kudos to the staff there. May you always have a home at Games Workshop, I suppose. So that's it for this one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on all our videos.
Spiking bits.